I will now call to order the June 28th, 2022 regular meeting of the Everett Public Schools Board of Directors to order. Director Herman will be presenting the land acknowledgement for this evening.
We respectfully acknowledge that we are on the traditional lands of the Coast Salish, Snohomish, and Tulalip peoples. We express our deepest respect and gratitude to the ancestors of this land on whose shoulders we stand. Everett Public Schools, we strive to create equitable outcomes and build a culture of inclusive belonging for all students, teachers, staff, and community.
Thank you, Director Herman. We will now stand and join me with Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will the secretary please call the roll?
President Lesane.
Present.
Vice President Mitchell.
Present.
Director Nichols.
Present.
Director Mason. Director Herman.
Present.
Our first item of business is the adoption of the agenda. Dr. Salzman, would you mind introducing the agenda for tonight?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair, Board of Directors, and to the public this evening. Tonight's agenda contains the following: the Superintendent's Report, a segment for Board comments, a segment for public comments, a segment for routine business, a segment for new business, a segment for upcoming agenda items. Since publishing the agenda, the following changes were made to the agenda. Item 7.01, the Superintendent's Report. The presentation was added. Item 10.02, Personnel Report. The report was updated to include new staff that have been hired. Item 10.05, approval of revised professional technical handbook for 2022-2023. The titles of the Prof Tech board members was updated.
Thank you, Dr. Salzman. Is there a motion for the adoption of the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Director Nichols and seconded by Director Mitchell to approve and adopt the agenda. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will now proceed to the vote. All those in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say no. The motion carries. The agenda is adopted. We shall now move to section 6.01, which is recognitions. And I see we have no recognition scheduled for this meeting. Moving now to section 7.0, the Superintendent's Report. Dr. Salzman, this is your report.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair, Board of Directors, and to the public, good evening. My report tonight starts with, I'd like to welcome Dr. Pete Meisner, who has been selected as the Regional Superintendent of Region 1, and will be joining the team of teaching and learning effective July 1, which is today, July 5th. So welcome to the team, Pete Meisner. A little background on Pete Meisner. You will hear from him in August, but just to give our public a little background, Pete will be the Regional Superintendent of Area 1, also responsible as the Chief Strategist that he'll be leading. Prior to Everett, Pete was the Executive Director of Instructional Leadership for the Highline Public Schools School District. In addition, Pete has been Associate Director and Senior Lecturer for the Danforth Educational Leadership Program at the University of Washington. He also served 10 exemplary years as Principal of the North Shore District. So we want to welcome Pete Meisner to the team. Dr. Pete Meisner, welcome. And then Dr. Kathy Woods will become the Regional Superintendent of Region 2 as Kathy transitions from her position as Director of College Career Readiness to on-time graduation. In addition, Kathy Woods' history in Everett has been the Principal of Cascade High School and Principal of Gateway Middle School. Prior to coming to Everett, Kathy was Principal of Feroce Junior High School in Palaeup and Assistant Principal of Northwood Junior High in Kent. And we welcome Kathy Woods into the regional position. and you'll hear more from her in August. So welcome to the team, and thank you. And also, I just want to remind everybody, we're going to have a summer reading adventure. I love to read, and we hope you get the joy every year of kicking off the summer reading adventure by reading a book in a video so kids can watch at home. Readers do make leaders, and a leader is a reader. We don't want you to have summer slide. We want you to read over the vacation. And reading can be very enjoyable while you're on the sand or you're traveling. So get a book and engage in reading. And then this is time to rest, relax, and recharge. We want you to have a wonderful summer break. We want you to be safe, like we said at our last board meeting. So as you have fun, you also be safe. We want to thank our public for supporting us this school year as everybody gets a little recharge, and we'll see you soon in August. Thank you for your support.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saltzman. It's really great to end with graduation right on the screen. That's really good. And talking about reading, there are a lot of people who will be reading this summer, so that's a good thing. We'll now move to section 8.0, which is board comments. And we'll start with the new director. Would you like to provide any comments this evening?
Yes, thank you. First of all, welcome to Dr. Meisner. It's great to have you joining the Everett team. So thank you for being here. Just super quick. Today, as you know, Mill Creek Elementary is one of the schools which I'm a school board liaison for. And today I had the chance to stop by for a quick informal introduction to the incoming principal, Cindy Foster, who you know is coming over from Lowell Elementary. And it was just a really nice connection to make. What a fantastic person and school leader. And it was a reminder of how interconnected we are in our school district and in our community. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to all the school administrators who are transitioning to new roles over the summer, getting to know those new school communities and making those new connections. I'm right there with you. And I just want to say that we are lucky to have you in our schools, caring for our students, families, and staff.
Thank you very much, Director Herman. We shall now move to Director Nichols. Would you like to make a comment?
Don't have any comments for this meeting. I hope I don't hear from anybody in the cabinet while you're on vacation. I hope it's relaxing and restful, and that's where I'll leave it, including you, Dr. Saltzman.
Thank you.
I just want to also welcome Dr. Meisner and congratulate Kathy Woods on her promotion. It's so nice that we get to just watch you continue to move around and serve our students in our schools. So thank you. And I will say I appreciate all the work we've done for years now for summer reading. That yesterday I said, I'm bored. And then I said out loud, but only boring people are bored. So I picked up a different book to read, which actually got me starting on something else. So, but I'm currently reading 3 books all at the same time, which luckily they're all nonfiction, so I'm not getting storylines confused. But then for some reason, somehow our state, just for civic duty, makes the primary in August when everybody is on vacation, but luckily we do have 100% mail-in ballot. And this is a midterm election, and local elections tend to be more important than really the president, but they also happen to be the ones that get voted on the least. So I'm just encouraging everyone to vote on this primary election when your ballots start to come in late July for that August vote. Whether or not you're on vacation, you have weeks to get that ballot in. So thank you all. And I just wish everyone a safe summer and find time to recharge and just reassess and come back refreshed. Thank you.
I would like to also ditto what Director Nichols said. It used to be whenever you went away on vacation or a holiday, you wanted to say, first thing, I don't want to hear from any of you. I want you to be out on the beach, on the sand, in your backyard, under a tree with a book, doing what you like to do, but relaxing and recharging your batteries so that when we can get back to work, we're all charged and ready to go. So I'd like to ditto what he said. I would also like to welcome Dr. Meisner to the Everett Way, or Team Everett, because you will find that we truly do have a great team here. And We value them, and so that's a good thing. So recharge over the summer and start running the race when you get back into school and when things get started again. So welcome aboard, welcome aboard. And I would also like to thank or say congrats to Dr. Woods. I can't see her over there, but she's over there. We hear her. There's a lot to be done in Region 2 and Region 1, and we look forward to hearing from you. So thank you so much. And I'd like to now move to the next comment, or the next section, which is section 9.0, public comments. There are no online public comment requests for this evening, and there are no requests in person. So we'll just move to the next item. This is going fast. Oh, gosh. Which is section 10.0, which is our consent agenda. Dr. Salzman, would you provide an introduction of the consent agenda for this evening?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair, Board of Directors, and to the public this evening. The board's consent agenda includes repetitive business items such as meeting minutes, personnel actions, expense vouchers, surplus lists, gifts, grants, and recurring contracts. Sometimes it includes items that occur less frequently but are of routine business nature. These items are usually reviewed by the board in the Friday report, 1 or more weeks before the board meeting. This gives directors time to ask staff questions or consider discussion about the policy implications of those items. The board votes on the consent agenda in a single motion. By its definition, a consent agenda is not debatable. In the case of this consent agenda, the superintendent's office received no questions. The consent agenda is presented as published for board approval. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Salzman. A motion to adopt the consent agenda is now in order.
So moved?
Is there a second?
Seconded.
It's been moved by Director Mitchell and seconded by Director Herman to approve the consent agenda. Does any director wish to remove an item from the consent agenda and place it into the new business section of the agenda? Hearing no requests, we'll proceed to the vote. All those in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. The motion carries. The consent agenda has been approved. Thank you very much. We'll now move to section 11.0, which is our strategic progress monitoring section. There are no strategic progress monitoring reports scheduled for this meeting. We'll now move to the section 12.0, the information and discussion section. There are no information discussion items scheduled for this meeting tonight. We'll now move to 13.0, which is unfinished business. And I see there are no unfinished business scheduled for this meeting. We shall move to section 14.0, which is new business. The new business coming before us today is the approval of the minutes of the June 14, 2022 special meeting. The purpose of that special meeting was for the board to hold an executive session to review the candidate's application for the position of School Board Director 2 vacated by Director Berg. Recommended action for the board is that the board of directors approves that minutes of minutes of the June 14 special meeting. I've asked that we approve it by general consent. No, we have to vote on this. A motion is in order to approve this meeting minutes.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second?
It's been moved by Director Nichols and seconded by Director Mitchell. All those in favor of the motion? Wait a minute, back up. Are there any discussion? Hearing no discussions, all those in favor of the motion, please respond by saying yes.
Yes.
Those opposed say no. See, I tricked you guys, said yes instead of aye. Yes, the minutes have been approved. I mean, it's going too quick. We had to slow it down.
No. Sorry, that was rude.
Okay, we'll now move to section 15.0, which is upcoming agenda items. Dr. Saltzman, what's planned for our upcoming agenda items?
Thank you, Madam Chair, Board of Directors, and to the public. At the August 16th special meeting, the board will conduct the annual board workshop. Special meeting August 16th, 2022. The August 18th special meeting, the board will conduct the summer commencement. The regular meeting on August 23rd, 2022 will contain the following: new administrators recognition, 2022-2023 budget adoption hearing, second reading, Washington State Improvement Framework School Improvement Plan goals, capital facilities plan, the June and July financial reports, college and the high school contract, school resource officer contracts, and the WIAA agreements. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saltzman. We'll now move to section 16.0, which is our executive closed session, and there are no scheduled items to come before an executive or closed section. So we'll now move to item 17.0, which is adjournment. We stand adjourned.